Why hello there, ladies and gentlemen, you are currently watching Space News Episode 20. Now before we start off with anything, I just want to say a couple things real quickly. So as it turns out, my 14th birthday was actually a few days ago. So, I don't know, maybe consider this as a belated birthday special or something. Also, in a few weeks from now, I'm going to be making a storytime video about my 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. It seems like a bunch of schools across the US will send their 8th graders to Washington, D.C. for a few days. My school was one of those, and I ended up getting the chance to go, and I ended up doing it. So like I said, in a few weeks, there'll be this video coming out, and it will just have me explaining my trip, like how it was for me, what happened in it, and for people that are going into 8th grade, if they should go or not. So with all that taken care of, let's get started. So unfortunately, I was only able to get one topic for you guys, but that was only because I couldn't find any other space events or topics to discuss with you all for this episode. But although I think this topic has a lot of information for me to talk about anyway, so I think we're okay. So, the full moon for June is finally up and ready to shine the night sky, and it is called the strawberry supermoon. Now, you may be wondering, what is a strawberry moon? Well, a strawberry moon is a moon made of strawberries. It's delicious and healthy for you. Is what I would have said if I was such a freaking foodie. Strawberry moon is a name used by Native Americans back in June, where it was a strawberry harvesting month for them. There are some other names for the moon, like the rose moon. This moon probably has this name because of how in June roses bloom like a whole bunch. There are also some other European names like the mead moon and the honeymoon. To be fair, the honeymoon has this name because June is also a month where honey is harvested. To be fair, perhaps that the tradition of a month of first marriage, honeymoon, gets this name from that because of how June is such a good month for a wedding. This moon has even more names. In Chinese culture, this is called the lotus moon. Celtics call it the moon of horses. Wiccan call it the Diad moon or Diad moon. Correct me if I'm saying that wrong. The Cherokee call it the green corn moon, and the Southern Hemisphere call it the oak moon, the cold moon, and the long night's moon. Hell, even NASA employees have their own names in this full moon. To them, this moon is sometimes called the LRO moon, and this is in honor of the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter that launched in June of 2009. Now, even if the name Strawberry Moon has some kind of association with pink and red strawberries, this has nothing to do with the color of the moon. What will most likely happen is that the moon will have like this golden orange or white color, like a bunch of full moons. But when the moon rises or sets, it may have a reddish or pinkish color because of how sunrises and sunsets look pink or even red. Now you may have also noticed that this moon also is a supermoon. What is that exactly? Supermoons are essentially full moons or new moons even, that occur when the moon is pretty much about at its perigee. This year, the moon will be 357,658 kilometers from Earth, which is an acceptable distance to call it a supermoon. Fun fact, this full moon actually occurs a little bit before the summer solstice, which takes place on June 21st. If you do end up missing this moon, don't worry, the next full moon will be the super buck moon. Yay, another supermoon! And it will occur on July 13th. Well, that just wraps it up for this video. Make sure you stay tuned for the Washington, D.C. video in a few weeks. And, as always, keep on stargazing.